Welcome to another wonderful episode of Two Beers Deep, brought to you by Thoughts on the Bench. We have a third person this evening.
We do.
They are doing dad stuff, and so I muted them because there's a lot going on in the garage over there. Good stuff, but a lot going on.
I'm very nervous how this setup is going to go for him because apparently, like we've been told, it's very hot in that garage currently.
Very hot.
Yeah.
Where he placed his butt apparently is very hot.
Yes.
It seems like a lot going on, but a lot of good stuff over there. We're just happy to have him.
We're very happy to have him. We don't get to see him much, so this is very, very nice surprise when he wants to hop on and join us and stuff.
Well, you and I rarely get to see him. I think I saw him in Oklahoma City. You saw him in Oklahoma City once.
I did. You saw him more recently. You saw him more recently than I.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you.
Yeah.
But we can start the show. So, guys, tonight is our. Here's how I'll word it. I am becoming, due to circumstances that we may or may not mention on the show yet. I haven't decided. A large college football fan.
Large.
Now I was last year,
massive.
but now I actually have real opinions that aren't based off just the draft or fake news. So tonight is our college football / NFL preview show, and we just kind of walk through winners, losers, takes, rookies. This always started with NFL. We're just introing a little bit of the college football space, which just dudes talking on a Facebook page.
I'm proud of you for diversifying your fandom, bud. This is going to be big. You're already a massive, colossal baseball fan. You're already a massive, colossal football fan. Now it's only even more apparent that you decide to go into the college route, of course.
Gave
so this
up
is good.
on soccer when Man U started being all their Man U nowadays. And not gave up, but it's not even enjoyable to be a fan of them. But it's good, and it's fine. But, yeah, I mean, NFL is still always going to be my 101. Do you think he doesn't know when the show starts?
I don't think he does.
Okay.
I think this is very this is very fun, honestly.
Yeah. I wonder how long he'll go until he realizes he's muted.
I don't know. This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like watching a fish do its stuff like from a distance, essentially.
Yeah, this is like when we were watching penguins on YouTube.
Yes,
And we got
that's a
banned
great
on
point.
YouTube.
We didn't get banned. We just got flagged. That's a difference.
Yeah, we didn't get not banned.
Yeah, not banned is a much better term, I'd say.
I just want to be a guest one week. AJ Stewart. What's up, brother? Yeah, off chance that their show comes to its completion in the form that we're aware of, we have now unmuted Josh. We are inside, I would say, the Amazon.
Yes, the rainforest.
The rainforest. It sounds as if, hello, wonderful fiance, Catherine. She just now got done with work. There's 2 pizzas over there. You might need to heat it up in a cup of ranch. I love you. Josh does sound like he is in the rainforest, and the only reason we are giving him crap about it is because he is our former producer, and so you would assume the equipment would work well.
And because...
Do you think it was because we picked on him, or because he was trying to
I think it was. Yeah.
How are you?
That's very unfortunate.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was gonna say, we have the right to pick on him because, frankly, if this was me, I'd be way worse. Just saying.
No, I'm not showing you. Say that one more time, Greg. I have my in-house producer was in my left ear.
Good point. I was gonna say that,
How's that?
Quiet.
You know what it is?
Now, go ahead.
It's like a light, misty rain. Yeah. That's very calming and relaxing.
It sounds like you just walked in Home Depot and they have a fountain on the last aisle farthest away from you going.
Yes.
That
is a
hear,
great comparison.
Can't quite get to it.
It's a great comparison.
Yeah. It's not bad.
No, much better, actually.
Is it livable, or do I need to
it's 100% livable. Yeah.
It's,
and you
like I said,
all right, okay, cool.
It's very relaxing and calming, actually, I must say.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's... Because I was gonna do a thing.
Oh.
To start the show.
Oh.
A lion's roar?
I was going to do a bit, but I wanted shit to be ready before I started doing the bit.
Got it.
Okay.
Are we ready for the bit?
Like a bit of a bit?
I was doing a bit of a bit.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
We're on bated breath, bud.
For those of you who have been watching some form of the show for a long time, you know that I may be the most loyal person on the planet. I never switch sports teams. I live and die with my teams. I've never once changed baseball teams, basketball teams, soccer teams, any of that situation. Not once. Okay?
Strong start.
So it takes a catastrophic event for me to switch fealties. And so.
Oh, no. Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
we can't.
Oh, did he? What happened?
Something went wrong, and they're not being recorded anymore. Everyone else is still being recorded. Ask Josh to refresh, and then.
Oh, no.
So
He got so excited with the bit, and it ruined it.
he got to do it again, I guess.
I think he does. He has to redo the bit. Make sure that gets
funny.
recorded properly.
What
was
I'll
great.
tell you too is, okay, all right.
That was such a good bit.
Okay.
do it
and
again.
got
Oh, you already
ruined.
threw.
Do it
the
again.
stuff.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Reset. That was a really good bit because Josh, so you know, was on the phone with one of the guys today, and I said, just a question. I said, what are all of like the shows? And he ran me through all of the shows they have, and they do have a around the bus type show where they record in the office.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just making sure it was regular and like asking. And he's like, why do you ask? And I said, because I have shirts that I don't think I can wear.
Yes.
He was like,
correct.
dude, he was like, bro, like you saw us, like you can wear whatever. I was like, no. I have really cool vintage Coors shirts that I'm
Yes, you
pretty
do.
sure I can't wear. And he was like, bro, wow, what a call. He's like, yeah, don't do that. I was like, sick. Now, I would have got a lot of Coors gear.
It felt super. I mean, like, just send it back. Like we'll just keep trading it back and forth.
I got
because
the overalls.
this felt
though.
so weird today.
Dude, it is so funny.
It feels weird in my hand. I don't. I'm still not. I gotta put it in this because I
The,
just can't do it yet.
Oh my
Love that
God.
you bought that off the TikTok shop. So the
Sure did.
I know I need one. I need one for Vol.
It's the best.
It is funny because I was sitting there and we were talking. Bengals stink, AJ. That's why you're not a guest. Shout out Kurt. What's up, boys? Wow, it feels like I'm back in high school with those two. Yeah, I was talking to them because we were sitting there killing time, and I was sitting there with the two guys, Sherman Chef and Clump, and I was like, all right, like what else can I do to kill time? And I was like, I got a brewery ranking, and so we went through the whole list, and then the one guy was like, I can't. He's like, I know this is gonna sound bad. He's like, I literally only drink Bud Light. And they were all just like, company man.
No, that's brand loyalty. Brand loyalty. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Very funny. All right, let's crack these beers. And I have a little fun convo to talk to you guys first, and then we'll get into our normal show. It's weird, Greg, that Josh isn't drinking the beer that he pulled out.
I know. I was just thinking that as well. Unless he has something special
Well-
he's breaking out for this.
No, I accidentally cracked it early because I got excited.
Oh, got it. All right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. What are you cracking now, Josh?
So obviously the first thing I cracked was Bud Light, and we'd really like to thank Bud Light for Derek's paychecks. And
AB InBev is like the corporate one for the record.
there you go. Matek Your Neck.
Oh,
It is
that's a
a
Wu-Tang
hazy,
beer, right?
dry IPA. Yeah, it's a Wu-Tang beer. It's 8%. It's from
okay.
StoneCloud.
Love StoneCloud.
Shout out StoneCloud. So
Shout out
Very
StoneCloud.
good ranking. Greg, what do you have?
Continuing on with the Josh, I don't know if I showed you this, but Penn Brewery did a collab with Kennywood, where essentially
I
they
did
created,
hear about this.
Yeah, so like I've been drinking them like on air when I had the chance. Now I'm on a more appropriate beer for Penn Brewery, by the way, the Old Mill Dark.
Oh,
So it's a Dunkel with like the actual like Old Mill design on it and stuff.
Oh, dude. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
how many of those I want to delete on a Friday fucking night? Like, just the whole
All of
case
them?
would be in trouble. Kennywood, Penn Breweries. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's 6 different beers, 6 different rides. Like it's a really cool setup that they did actually.
What
Shout
are
out
the
Greg
6
and his
rides?
Thunderbolt's got to be one.
Thunderbolt
Gotta
is
be.
one, the Jackrabbit's one,
Kangaroos.
Old Mill, Kangaroo,
Old Mill,
and
Kangaroo.
Did they
the other
get
two are in my fridge. I'm not sure what they are.
Exterminator,
That box
Steel
in the back
Phantom,
right there.
Phantom's Revenge.
Racer.
Just get it.
Racer's got to be one.
Hold
But
on.
like, is there a Steel Phantom's Revenge situation?
I don't think there's a Phantom's. I don't think there's a Phantom Revenge. I think they went with more like kind of the older rides because those are like kind of like the more like, I guess like more aesthetic of like Penn Brewery being like an homage type beer along with like the older type rides. I guess.
Also, though, like, I don't know. That's how you get your fucking manhood in Pittsburgh. Is you get your fucking concussion on the Steel Phantom. That's how you gained your manhood.
I disagree. You get your concussion on the Thunderbolt when you're like forced to be squashed by a bigger person next to you because that's how they force you to get in the car.
Greg, I was always the bigger person.
I know. I was always the smaller person, motherfucker. Exactly. That's how I think.
I'm a beefy boy.
Yeah,
But do you
good for
remember
you.
though? Like, do you remember like that weird feeling you had? Like, you'd be riding the Thunderbolt, and there'd be like a weird pair-off situation where like the girl that like you're not with a girl and she's
Breaking
not with
news.
a dude, and everyone else is a couple. So then you end up in the weird like, oh, we're both in the Thunderbolt, and she's like slamming against you, and you're like, oh, she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and you're kind of like, I'm into this, but also like, I don't know how to not be weird about this. You know what I mean, Greg?
You just described
Greg knows how to slam into
7th and
chicks.
8th grade. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all of 7th and 8th grade, every fucking Kennywood trip.
Pretty
I
much,
just got
yeah.
asked the question if Josh is back on the show because he now thinks I'm cool again.
Aww. Aww. Josh, shame on you for not being with him in the long haul.
I'm
He
a
just
clout
had a-
chaser.
He just had you just had an entire bit about being loyal and shit the entire time, and now you're basically
it.
going against it as well. This is
I'm
hilarious.
a clout chaser.
I want to start right here. I'm drinking. It's called Mixed Greens from Southern Grist. It is a juicy
Bring that
IPA.
can back.
Surprisingly,
Sick.
their simplest
that.
IPA I've ever had. Like, it's okay.
Okay.
Their IPAs normally knock you away. Gentlemen, I got a question for you. And we'll start here because I have never heard of this thing. But my
Okay.
assumption is you guys have. Are you familiar with Enjoy Wrestling?
Yes, I am. I've been to plenty of shows of theirs actually.
Josh, have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, they wrestle under the bridge, right?
No, that's like I think that's KSWA that does that.
Oh, okay.
But Enjoy works out of Mr. Smalls for a lot of their
Oh,
shows.
fuck yeah. That would be so tight to see a wrestling show there.
This is right in Southside, right?
Yeah, that's during they do a show every year during Taco Mania, which is this weekend. So like it's outdoors, kind of like where you know where the LA Fitness is on the south side. That's
Yeah.
where they set up the ring in like that little area and stuff.
My
Shout out, what are they? Hang on, keep going, Deke.
No, you're good. I was going to say a league mate in my dynasty league. There was a situation in which the announcer, the second chair announcer, could not attend, and so he is now going to be the announcer for it. His name is Mike Winland.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
and he let
sick.
us know.
So
and
jealous.
He was like, "Do you guys know this?" And Dre was like, Dre had never heard of it, but he was like, and I texted him. I was like, "Greg knows
Bad
it." And
look.
he's like, "Of course, Greg knows about it." But like, look
Bad
at this
look.
Taco Mania. This is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Taco Mania is like a thing that's always down at the Southside Works, and it's like obviously the end of August, and yeah, they're doing 2 sessions, like one at 3:30 and 4:30, and then another at 5:30 and 6:30 for wrestling, just to like
That's
give
sick.
it a break and stuff. Yeah.
Shout out Pittsburgh Taco Boys.
Shout out Pittsburgh Taco Boys. That's cool. I just figured you would, Greg. I didn't know if Josh, if you ever heard of that, but fun little time
Not
to be
yet,
alive.
but I'm about
Yeah.
to go follow them on the IGs.
Enjoy is
Yeah, and-
fantastic, AJ said. KSWA's
Yeah.
Under the Bridge Jam.
Enjoy's awesome. Enjoy is very much like they pride themselves on being like a very inclusive environment for wrestling and all
Yeah.
that. So like any show I've gone to, you see like just a mix of different people that are there and a mix of like different wrestlers that are there going off. They usually get like one national act a show, but it's kind of. But I think for this one, it's just the local guys. But like when next time they're running after this, I think they're actually running at Vellum.
Oh, sick.
Like in
yeah,
like
that makes
that
sense.
area where they did like the roller disco thing and stuff. They're gonna set up a ring there, and I believe, I think maybe 1 or 2 national acts that are gonna be there, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that's their next show, and then I think they're gonna do Mr. Smalls again after that.
Nice.
Sick.
All
Very
right, cool. So we got two very different sports that have the same shaped football to talk about today. Kind of a large decision. Which one do we start with?
That is a great question. Because I have
think-
to do another costume change.
I
the-
think-
Depending on which one.
Deke, I think personally, since you are now officially a giant, colossal fan of college football, we need to get you like up and running on this now to like make sure that you're on point with this. So I think college football just to get started, and then parlay into the strength of the NFL.
This is the stretch before Iowa State, Kansas State tonight.
Is it tonight or Saturday?
That's
Saturday.
Nuh-uh.
No. It's at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Iowa State and Kansas State.
Is that the
Ball knower.
Ball knower. That's not overseas, is it?
That's the Ireland
Yes.
game.
Oh, that's the Ireland game. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this said Thursday on the quick search. That's a butt.
Ball knower. Ball knower.
I also thought
right
for
here.
some reason I don't know why I just showed that one, but that one and then UNLV Idaho State, which I was like, never even knew Idaho was a state.
Idaho State is Big Sky Conference. Same with Montana State.
I knew Montana State. I never in my entire life heard of Idaho State.
Idaho State's the Vandals, isn't it?
Bengals, very close but different letters.
Vandal. Okay.
Just a couple letters off. All right, let's start with college football. Let's go through. We have been tasked with coming up with our conference champions, tasked with coming up our playoff teams, tasked with coming up with our Heisman. To get into each one here, I will allow Josh to do a costume change before we dive too heavy into it. But I did check out today, Greg, Field Yates' official mock next year. He has 5 quarterbacks in the first round. There
I saw the video. I saw the video. I haven't like deep dived into it yet, but like I plan on watching it tomorrow, so I'm very excited. And
there
to see.
goes Josh.
Yeah, it happens. And point take two. I saw Dane Brugler's like top 50 draft ranking as well to kind of get that early flow going as well. And you are very correct. Like there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks taken. There's not as many like in the top 10, but like you know how quarterbacks always go. They always go high based on team needs always. So
yeah,
I would bet if I were betting, like did he put Arch Manning in his, or is he kind of like considering him like he did? Okay.
Yeah, I think you do until you know.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
till he says he's not going.
Yep.
And well, everything I've seen has been like it's been Archie has been saying like he's going to stay 2 years and stuff.
Well, it
I've
was the
read
grandpa,
other things.
yeah?
That's Archie.
Okay. Is it? I never.
Yeah.
There's too many R's.
There is no R in Eli or Peyton.
I know, but the Archibald.
Archibald,
They
yeah.
gotta chill on it. Let's start the show off by reacting because I think this will be the first time ever that an AP poll doesn't take too long to get to one of our teams. Let's react to the AP poll here, and we'll go from 25 up just to build suspense. Chip,
okay.
that's where those kids got killed.
What are we talking about?
Nuts.
My gut tells me Idaho State. I don't know.
I think. Yeah, I think you're right.
Chip, and the school
definitely
tore
right.
the house down. Vital part of evidence, dumb, none of it makes sense. We're going to start a second podcast called Chip Breaks News about dead kids.
yeah,
all right,
let's
here we go.
not.
25.
Not a good look.
Boise State, 24. Go Vols. 23. Texas Tech. 22. Iowa State. 21. Mississippi. 20 Indiana, A&M at 19, Oklahoma 18, Kansas State 17, SMU 16, Florida 15, Michigan 14, South Carolina 13, Illinois at 12, ASU 11, Miami 10, LSU 9, Bama 8, Oregon 7, Notre Dame 6, UGA 5, Clemson 4, Ohio State 3, Penn State 2, Texas 1. Josh, is there too much hype about Penn State this year?
Absolutely.
An unhealthy amount of hype.
Yeah. And you know
I was
what?
not expecting
I
that
have
from
a
you.
fucking gas mask of it, and I just keep taking hits of it
Yeah,
every
yeah.
fucking
Laramie
day.
Tunsil in that
It's-
thing until you can't breathe.
Damn right.
Especially around the Oklahoma people. I'm just like, oh, we're so back. Oh, Penn State, Texas National Championship. Oh, Big Ten champs. And then they're just like, yeah, well, we got John Meter, who definitely didn't gamble on college football. Okay.
That is the funniest tweet I've ever seen. When he
It's
said, "That
incredible.
does not mean I actually bet on sports," because I put in my description the game. It was the exact moment the game ended and the line.
Tweeting about it makes it worse, honestly. Just not a good look at
Well, and
all.
we'll get into more of because I mean Penn State's going to be a huge topic of conversation for our Big Ten topic. So let's just real quick kick off some other ones. I'll share the screen real quick. Surprises, people that are a little low, a little high. Where are you guys feeling? I'll start it off here. I am floored with Oregon at 7. I think they should be higher.
I'm with
Who's
you.
playing quarterback?
Dante
It's-
Moore, baby.
yeah.
Dante
Okay.
Moore. Oh, I'm so excited
Because-
to watch this kid play. So excited.
And Greg, tell everybody who Dante Moore is, because 90% of the fucking country has no clue.
5-star quarterback, I believe.
Yeah.
5-star high school recruit quarterback. He was recruited at UCLA for the longest time and then flipped on signing day to Oregon. I believe he's a redshirt freshman. I could be
He
wrong.
transferred from he had a UCLA uniform
Oh,
on at one point.
Okay. He was at UCLA, transferred to Oregon. 5-star quarterback, just elite level athleticism.
6'3", 206.
There's a lot of talent on this dude, and I think this is probably, in terms of talent, the most talented quarterback they've had since Herbert, which is, I think, frankly, there's a lot of hype around this kid to be able to succeed. He's going to be at that program for a few years to be able to learn and develop, and they still have like a capable defense that Dan Lanning has built since he got there and stuff. So I like Oregon is being slept on so much this year, and I think that's a dangerous thing to be on the radar with.
So okay. So just looking at this, right? So he is a redshirt sophomore then? At
That
least?
sounds about right. I'll do some.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
So then, yeah, because like in my brain, right, I'm like, I've never heard of this quarterback a day in my life. And Ohio State.
Just to cut in
is
for you,
about-
Josh. He
Go
played
ahead,
his
go
freshman year, appearing in 9 games and throwing for 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Transferred to Oregon in the 2024 offseason. He redshirted last year, it would appear, for Oregon, I think.
Yes.
So he
Okay, I
is a
believe so.
redshirt sophomore.
Sophomore. Yes.
Yes, redshirt sophomore.
All right.
Sorry, keep going.
So then, then I'm starting to get on your bandwagon, boys, because like Ohio State is about to trot out a true fucking freshman at quarterback, and they're 3. And they didn't like. I know Ohio State doesn't rebuild; they reload. But like a true freshman in the 3-time, no, yeah, the 3-time defending national champions. Like,
It's just 2, isn't it? Ohio State, Michigan.
Well, no, because Penn State will win this year. So 3.
Got it. Yep. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the math was the 2, and then
Yeah.
I got you now. I'm here.
Yeah. It's B1G, Big Ten.
Big 3.
I just don't like trotting out a true freshman in this conference, even if you are Ohio State and you have the best wide receiver room like 7 years in a row or whatever, like pretty much since LSU. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. But also I'm like, ugh. But of course, Michigan's going to do the same fucking thing, and they're 14.
Now, we can agree Michigan's quarterback is of a different caliber.
Oh, yes.
But what I will add to your point, Josh, about Ohio State there that I do really like, their first week is against Texas.
Yeah.
We are looking at 2 situations in which the quarterbacks, in my opinion, no matter what they do, are going to underperform week 1. Like, there's no situation against a Caleb Downs, against this Ohio State defense that does reload every year, that Arch is going to come out, throw for 400 yards and 7 touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is going to be a real punch in the jaw. And so the only way that the Ohio State quarterback kid has a chance is that this game turns out to just be defensive battle and one with skill position players, because both teams have the wide receivers to make it work.
Right.
I think it's going to be a really bad quarterback matchup for week 1 just because it's week 1. Yes, Arch had some playing time last year, but if you get benched for Quinn Ewers, it's just a tough look for everybody. The other thing, though, is when Stark says he was planning his entire Texas fandom for this year, makes me think they're going to do some damage. So Ohio State, I think this is going to be one of the weirder years we see them trot out there. So with you, Josh.
I don't want to say weirder years for them. I just think it's just basically how the rosters have shaken up since then. Like you're letting go of so many players into the NFL and stuff coming off a national championship that it's bound to take some time for some of these players to get acclimated to the game to a degree. And I think that's why there's so much love for Penn State as well, because Penn State brought back so many guys from that team that went on a deep run in the CFP, and their schedule is always weak every single year, so they should theoretically run the table in the Big Ten this year.
How is a schedule fucking weak when you play Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State every fucking year?
Because your non-conference schedule is a absolute joke.
Yeah, the
every
severity of the schedule then depends on everyone else and not those if those are there every year. So an easy schedule depends on the other players you play.
But that was okay. So, but like timeout, because we played big name SEC schools and continually got left out of the college football playoffs, despite the fact that we won those games. It was not until they expanded that they started to give a shit. In 2016, they won the fucking Big Ten.
I'm aware.
2 losses.
Who in the SEC did they beat?
We beat Ole Miss one year. We beat Tennessee one year, and Arkansas.
So 2016, just to call that one out, it looks like it was Akron and then Pitt and then Georgia State and then Iowa, Indiana, Northwestern. Michigan, they ransacked them, which is great. Ohio State, you lost by 1. Michigan State, you lost by 3. You beat Rutgers, you beat Nebraska, beat Maryland. So that, I mean, I don't even see, you beat Washington in the Fiesta Bowl that year. I mean, that Penn State team was great. I will say, as the SEC guy sitting here, Vols and Ole Miss are, man, I love, you know me. I've been Tennessee fan since I was born, since I could walk.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Damn right. Sound Rocky Top the moment you could speak.
Yeah. They ain't, when you say we beat SEC teams and you roll out, South Carolina and Vandy, I just got questions about the integrity of your fandom there, Josh.
Hang on, I'm looking to see what exactly when these were. 2023 was Mississippi.
Okay, Mississippi or Mississippi. Okay,
that was the Ole Miss game, I think. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Penn State's record against SEC. Let's see if this gives me what I want. I'm trying to find.
Just to look.
Go ahead, Greg.
I was just gonna say, just to look at the early AP ranking, because obviously there's gonna be teams that are like highly ranked that are just gonna fall off a cliff at some point this year. I'm not sure who to pinpoint on that one, but I will say it's very nice to see Texas A&M appropriately ranked for once. Instead of being like a top, instead of being a top 10 school, I'm so happy that they're not getting that love, that annoying love that they do every year. It's like, this is going to be the year they're going to get over the hump and be a natty title contender. No, 19 perfectly placed for them. It feels right. Like it makes them have to they get some love and they have to work to get up in the poll. Like I appreciate that for them this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very Big Ten friendly ranking, is how I'll word it there. Illinois, I think, has earned their stripes. They earn every reason.
Great year last year.
Terrific. Yeah. I think they're awesome in that situation. Michigan, I'm interested to see how they kind of turn out here. And then Indiana, another one that just kind of interested. Chip said, typical Penn State fan.
With Michigan, has Bryce Underwood been confirmed to be the starter, or is that still being played out? I'm curious.
It's a great
because
question.
Underwood is the starter, from what I understand.
Okay.
There's Mikey Keene battling with him, but I would assume it's Underwood as well.
Yeah, I imagine the financial investment alone has to give him sway in that regard. But
you also just want to keep the kid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm curious though, from your perspective, is Bryce Underwood probably the most anticipated debut in college football this year?
You'd have to assume so, because most of the other names have played. And so if you even go down this list, Arch played, Drew Aller played. I don't really think Ohio State has anticipation around it. Klubnik played. I don't know who Georgia's wheeling out. Carr wins the Notre Dame gig. Moore's played. TJ's played. Nussmeier's played. Carson Beck's a bust. Sam Levitt's played. Like, I guess Sellers is the other name, but he's played. We know who he is. So I think in terms of that, the actual like rollout of a quarterback, 100 trillion%.
Yeah, and there's a lot of anticipation for this dude, and like the money is going to be like the driving factor for that. But I'm fascinated to see how he handles it as an 18-year-old quarterback at Michigan.
Sid writes in all this chatter just to lose in the Little Caesars Choco Taco Spaghetti Bowl. Oh wow, I thought we were talking about Pitt.
Wow. Weren't even talking about him, and you had to throw me under the bus. Real cool, man. Real cool.
Let's get into our conference talk here. That way we can actually talk about each one's. Josh, who would you like to start with?
We're already in the SEC. Let's stay there.
All right. SEC conference rolling in here. Some of the big names coming up there for this. Obviously, you got Texas, you got UGA, you got Bama, you got LSU, you got Florida, you got South Carolina, you got Oklahoma in there too, right? Or are they Big Ten this year? What is it? They're
no,
SEC.
Oklahoma's
SEC.
SEC. Yeah.
God, that whole conference always
Yep.
makes me so.
You got A&M, you got Tennessee, Ole Miss. It's
Let's hit some high notes here. Josh, who do you have winning the SEC this year?
I have the LSU Tigers.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
So here's why. First, I've been a Garrett Nussmeier rider for a minute now. I have the receipts, and already getting Heisman buzz. A guy who's been a Tiger for life, like sat behind Jaden Daniels, like waited to play to be a Tiger, to be the starting quarterback. I like all that kind of shit. He's a year older. He's also a guy that we talk about this a lot on the show is he loses games by trying to win you games.
Yeah.
And with a guy like that, the older he gets, the better, more mature decision-making he gets, all that kind of stuff. So I love Garrett Nussmeier.
Check out his picture on Wikipedia.
Oh, is it good?
It's on screen, Josh.
What?
What?
So that
and he
is
loves to grill.
That is a tiny
He
mic
loves
being
to
held
grill.
together with tongs for what I can only assume to be a short form video. Does an interview with McCormick McKinney attorneys in 2023, an NIL interview where he's holding a tiny mic with grill tongs. So just to back you up there, Josh.
So, second point. I think Brian Kelly is finally starting to get his teeth in this team. I think if you look at his history as a head coach, he is a guy who makes a bigger impact the longer he's there, which is weird to say, right? Like normally you see like they come in, they change the culture, they get big recruits, yada, 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 right? That's how you change it. He's a guy who comes into these gigantic programs, Notre Dame, LSU, and slowly turns the ship into the direction he wants. I think this is the year where you see a true Brian Kelly team, which I understand Brian Kelly teams have their draws, right? Mm-hmm. Their flaws and everything like that. But the last reason why I think this is all going in the right way for LSU, they have the easiest schedule. Yeah. Their toughest road games are Ole Miss and Bama.
Yeah.
That's great. And they also avoid Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas this year. Pretty soft schedule if you are looking at it. Now, that isn't to say that Texas isn't good, and I don't think Texas is going to be right there, and Texas isn't going to be in the playoffs and a national contender. I think it's closer to like what you saw with Ohio State last year, where the conference is going to eat them alive. We already talked about they have a tough opening matchup with Ohio State that first week. There's a lot that Texas is going to have to overcome. Their 4 toughest games are away from Austin. That's brutal.
Don't disagree with that at all. I think the one note I'll throw in there, I was trying to think of it too. You were talking about, I can't remember what was going about, but the one thing I like about Nussmeier, to your point, stuck around there. The Brian Kelly. So the only pushback I'd give you on the Brian Kelly stance is that if you were going to name 5 NCAA programs that are absolutely, without a doubt, no matter who the coach is, ingrained in a significant culture, LSU's there for me. So the Brian Kelly experiment never felt right to me. Like they are by like Coach O. Coach O was LSU.
Was perfect.
He eats off dads for breakfast. Like That's his existence on the planet. Like there's a couple college. Now, granted, anybody can step into Ohio State, and guess what? Their thing is winning. Blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't have like a culture. Like Penn State is another one. Penn State's culture is so much more important than who the guy is. Like, yeah, James Franklin, I think we can all sit here and say he's a good college coach. We'll talk about what that actually means when we get to the Big Ten. But Penn State has a culture. You got to go to Thon. You got to go to the Creamery. Like, stuff in there. And don't get me wrong. I know Illinois, Champaign, Illinois, they have their own stuff there. And everybody has their own thing. LSU is so ingrained.
It is different.
That's my only issue with Brian Kelly. He feels like round
Alabama's
peg, square
the
hole.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. These programs that have been around since the beginning of college football. Obviously, Rutgers falls into that category.
I parked the truck the other day. God, I suck. I hate the South. No offense. I parked the car at the office when I was going in, Josh. Right in front of me. I don't know whose it was. I haven't met the man yet. Big scarlet red R magnet on the back of someone's Subaru.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm home, baby.
Hoorah, Rutgers,
Greg,
rah.
who is your SEC winner this year?
Mine's simple. I'm going Texas. It feels like a cop-out, but, man, I feel like Sark has just built up this program into, like, the right mindset that he wants coming into this year. I believe in Arch Manning. I really do. I don't think the Ohio State game is going to be as much of a determinant as people think, because I think Ohio State is not going to be that good this year. I think I think they're going to have some growing pains bringing in a brand new team. So I expect Texas to win that game, not easily, but I expect them to just comfortably win this game. So I don't see that as a big issue. I'm with you on the 4 road games that Texas is going to have to face in the SEC, which is going to be daunting. But I also think the talent that they just accumulated all these years and stuff is ripe for the picking in that part, especially because if you think about it, with the way the SEC's head up, Bama's not Bama anymore. UGA doesn't necessarily have the world-beating talent that they've had recently. I'm with you. I like LSU, but aside from that, Florida is very beatable. A&M is still beatable. All these other schools, they just don't have that. They don't have that necessarily elite quality that I think Texas just has. I think the concern for me, their entire defensive line last year basically got drafted. So it's going to be a tough thing to figure out how they replace all that. But I think they got the pipeline to be able to do it. So I'm so high on Texas this year.
Yeah,
they do have the money.
They got the money to go buy.
They were the first people that hit the NIL because they paid linemen $10,000 cash. No matter where you are in the depth chart, linemen, you just get it. And so they were there from the start. And so back that up. I don't hate that. I think I was looking at Texas, and you know what, man? I'm not doing it for the reasons Josh mentioned. Toughest games on the road. We still, I love Arch hype. I still am not sold on him being the number 1 quarterback in America. I think that everything about their team, from their linebacker room to their depth, has been pushed for this year. It'll be interesting. Just they have a lot to prove still. It pains my heart to say it. I think Alabama is the pick that I go with. Reason being, they only really face Georgia this year. You're looking at their schedule: Florida State, Monroe, Wisconsin, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Mizzou, who shot up Agora, right? That's your quarterback, Josh? What's his, Pagula?
Yep. Not
Pagula's the arena.
Sure, it's Bo Prubula.
Yeah, he looks like a dog, though. Then you get
he's the reason that we fucking even made the playoffs.
Yeah. Then you got Vols, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern, and Auburn. For me, the other thing I'll bring up with this is a lot of people are saying that the Saban kind of, the not having Saban has hit Alabama. I counter that so heavily with DeBoer being able to get the most out of his guys last year. But they have a new offensive coordinator, Ryan Grubb. This guy was the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks last year. Year before that, he was in Washington as co-OC and quarterback coach for the Huskies with DeBoer. I think that this is a hire that DeBoer goes, okay, I have my class of guys, I have my picks of the guys, I have my staff with me. And I think that that's going to be a huge point for him because Saban was always Saban because of everyone he had with him. I mean, you look at Kirby Smart out there, you look at Stark out there. I think DeBoer finally has his guys, and Alabama has a relatively easy schedule compared to being in the SEC this year.
And Oklahoma's in Tuscaloosa this year.
Yeah.
So they don't have to worry about going there and tripping up like they did last year.
Yep, 100%. It sucks. I hate them, but it feels like it's that year.
I don't think any of that's. I don't think anybody's got like a bad pick. Like,
no.
I think any of those can happen. I think, if we're all sitting here and Tennessee's leading the SEC, is anyone going to be surprised?
If Tennessee,
they got the talent.
The SEC?
Yeah,
they got the talent. Sure.
Yeah, you go, Greg.
I mean, they got the talent. Sure. I mean, I don't know if the new quarterback they brought in is going to fit the type of offense that we know Heupel likes to run necessarily, like Nico did. But I mean, I don't see necessarily a big fall off for them this year. Like, Tennessee can easily steal a couple games that maybe they're not projected to win, and then you could see it happen. But
Greg, quick question.
Go ahead.
Can you name the starting quarterbacks for the last 3 years? Let's say 4 years of Tennessee.
Last 4 years.
I bet you know their names.
Well, Nico Iamaleava.
Yep.
Joe Milton.
Yup.
You know the next one.
Josh Dobbs.
No.
Well,
more recent.
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
Oh, Hendon Hooker. Okay, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like at some point in time, you have to acknowledge it's Josh Heupel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to be like, I know the Tennessee quarterback's name, and that's not like, sure, he's drafting great guys, but none of them have been NFL starters, right? And I know the kid transferred to UCLA and all that other shit, but like, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you have to start to be like, actually, Josh Heupel just is a quarterback whisperer, and he can make an offense run for a quarterback, not the other way around.
I don't think I'll go with whisperer. He runs the spreadiest of schemes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there was concerns coming out in the draft about Dylan Sampson because they were, curious, will Dylan Sampson be able to run an NFL offense after being at Tennessee? The reason, yes, there was money attached to it. The reason Nico got out, yes, he wanted more money, but it was because of his draft stock. Because he was concerned that playing in that spread of team was going to hurt him as a professional quarterback. So I'm with you, Josh. He gets the most out of his guys in his system.
Yeah.
His system, if you play them in NCAA, 2 wide receivers as far away on the sideline, it looks like they're getting Gatorade. A wide receiver that's so far out that way, he's in the 3rd row. And then a running back who's going to stand there and then stop in the middle, turn around, catch the ball, and go for 20 yards because everyone else ran so far away that there's just a million space. It works. I like it. It is such a fun college system because you're like, we know exactly what it is. Now, there's some games, I think it was Vandy beat Bama, and then the Vols lost to Arkansas. You lose games like that to teams. Yes, but no, it sucked because if we would have won, it would have been sick. But you lose games against teams like Arkansas that can out-scheme that scheme. But it's like a muddy marathon every time in that offense. But I'm with you. I do think Aguilar, I believe, Joey, he's a senior. He's a big kid. He's coming in at 6'3", 225 on his wiki. He was at Appalachian State, which we all adore. I think he could be good in this system. I don't think they're going to be the SEC winners.
We don't adore Appalachian State. They steal content from smaller schools.
I mean, they are a small school, though, in fairness.
Oh, Greg, read the room. All right, let's move along here to let's go to the Big 12. Let's go to the Big 12. I'll start us off here. Big 12. Tons of love, but you guys should know exactly where I'm going with it. It feels like the obvious pick, but I have been a Sam Leavitt guy since the start of last year. I love Arizona State. I think Tyson is wide receiver 1 in terms of this next draft class. They have some good depth on their line. I am a little concerned about the Scatabo effect, but not enough to be worried about the Big 12.
No, I respect that completely. I think Sam Leavitt is probably... I don't know if he'll play himself into a first-round QB this year, perhaps, but I think with no one expected Arizona State to be 11-2 last year, so I think with the talent that they still have, aside from losing Scatabo, in the Big 12 is very winnable. It's very, very winnable in this situation. I respect your pick, but I'm going with Utah. I know they don't.
People aren't talking
amazing-
about Utah.
They have
You're
the best
They're not.
tackles, the best tackle combo probably
Yes.
in the country.
Exactly. They have the best tackles in the country. They have a good transfer quarterback coming in Devin Dampier to take over for the Cam Rising is going to be it's so sad he's not there anymore. But that is a team that is just steady every single year, regardless of the quarterback that they've had. So I'm all in on them still having a solid year in the Big 12. I think aside from the Holy War, I don't think that their schedule is too daunting for this year, and I could absolutely see them like making their case as the Big 12 champion this year. They're always in contention every single year in that situation. So I like them this year.
Greg, I know that you're not necessarily as much of a gambler as some other people on the show.
Correct, sir.
Well, let me just pull up FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel. F the king. Derek, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I know all of my lines.
He's more in the brand than you are. Jesus.
Clout chaser. Big clout chaser. Anyway. Okay. Kansas State plus 500, Utah plus 550, Arizona State plus 550, Baylor plus 650, Texas Tech plus 650, TCU plus 850. 6 teams before you get to a plus 1,000 to win the Big 12.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking
That's crazy.
nuts.
It's awesome.
I love the Big 12. It's the best.
If Baylor wins and
like
then Chrome
grown-up
Dones, I'm going to go
action.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
It's grown-up action.
It's
Where,
action that you don't have to be ashamed of liking.
Yeah. You're like,
I'm not ashamed of Maction at all. Shame on
Sorry,
anyone
ashamed
who's
of
ashamed.
betting, Greg. When you wake
Okay,
up on a
fair.
Tuesday morning excited to drop $100 on Ohio, it's
Yeah.
it's a little
Okay,
tough
that's
to
a problem.
look yourself
That's a
in the
problem.
mirror.
All right, I'll give you that.
when
I'll give
you're
you that.
like screaming "Go Golden Flashes" at like
Yeah.
midnight on a Tuesday, you're like, I don't know what we're doing here. Okay, I'm
Kent
with
State.
you, Deke. Arizona State. I think Kenny Dillingham is a crazy man. I think he's a fucking psychopath,
Dilly.
I cannot wait for him to resurrect Alabama in like 5 years.
Yeah, that's not a bad take at all.
Because that's the path he's going on, right? It's like he's going to be like, or Michigan, or like whatever major program that has fallen off, right? Like he will be the guy that comes in and is like, I fucking kill people for this. And
Yeah,
I can't.
fully
Florida State, whichever one. I don't care.
I can't-
Whichever
I
one,
can't-
I'm excited.
I can't wait to see Heinz Ward as the wide receiver coach for Alabama. That'll be fun.
Exactly.
Would he?
Then
He's the wide receiver coach as Arizona
Yeah,
State
but
now.
him with his Georgia ties, you think he would go to Bama?
I think he would.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
that's a
don't
good
take.
point.
I don't know if he's like a Georgia guy. I just know he went to Georgia.
I
mean, a
there's
bag's
plen-
a bag.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of coaches that forego like their alma mater just for the sake of the bag. Why not?
Fair. Let's.
the other thing
go
to
for
keep
it.
in mind real quick about Arizona State is they returned like more than half of their starters on defense. And that's the same defense that kept the high-end Texas to only 3 points in the second and third quarter of the Peach Bowl. Yeah, highly ranked defense ain't going to hurt anything, especially in a Big 12 where shit just gets crazy for no reason.
Yeah, I love it. To keep the show going, we got 10 minutes till, NFL talk, but 10 minutes is not going to actually happen, so we're fine there. Let's do ACC because I feel, respectfully, this is going to be a very easy one that we can have an adult conversation about. Greg, would you like to start?
Yeah.
This Clemson team is one of the most loaded
Damn it.
teams
You
ever.
suck, dude.
Come on,
You're
Greg.
such a
I'm
kisser.
sorry.
Come on, Greg.
I have to.
That's
I
when
have
you
to.
just go,
No. Regardless of what this is. No. Regardless of what this, I'm a goddamn realistic fan. I'm not doing this shit.
Like the beam. Ah!
No way. I will. Yes. I will gladly enjoy seeing the beam on a drive up. I don't fucking care. But you know what? I'm realistic. This Clemson team is fucking scary. I'm sorry.
Scary, Greg.
This Clemson team.
Probably the
Scary.
best defense in the country. I think they have
Yo.
what Greg believes to be the number one quarterback in the country, which I think is fair off the rip.
Yes.
They have
Yeah.
the best, coach in the ACC, I'd say. The ACC is.
I
not-
don't think we just say ACC anymore.
You think Dabo Swinney's the
Give
best coach in the
Dabo
country?
his fucking flowers.
He had it 12 years ago when they were good.
And now they're good again.
No, they have to be good to be good. They have to be
They were
good.
good last year.
They weren't good to be the best coach in the country good.
No, I'm not saying good best coach in the country. I'm just saying, like, a top coach in the country. He's not. You know what I mean? Like, we are bigger than best coach in the ACC.
There's no denying he's one of the best coaches in the country. My problem with Dabo has been his like above the transfer portal like bullshit that he had for years,
My problem
and
is
then
they're
finally
dip and
decided
how bad
to
they were in the middle years.
and then finally decided to dip into it, and now they're good again. Like, I respect Clemson for being good. Don't get me wrong, but like I can't stand Dabo for that
Didn't they
bullshit
have
about
a 5
taking
and
so
8
long.
year in there?
Yes, they were pretty
years
rough
ago.
during those years. So like,
Shout out to Clemson for not firing him. Fully
No,
not
yeah,
even
true.
being a jerk. Like, because I'm with you, Josh. The Watson, the Lawrence, the Bryant, all those years, like Dabo, in a trillion lifetimes, I would have bet a large amount of money that Dabo was going to get the Boars seat. Dabo was going to leave for Bama. And I think that 5 and 8 year and a couple other years, Clemson's like, we know he's the best we're going to get because nobody's coming into Clemson and caring about it the way you'd care about the SEC schools or the Big Ten schools.
Right.
That's not
Right, because they
Clemson.
are the pretend SEC school.
Yes.
Is really what they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, them in
But-
Florida State.
We can all agree Clemson, ACC. Josh,
Yeah.
do you have any? Okay, cool.
No, yeah.
You could always be, you could throw a Florida State in there, and I would listen to it. But
I honestly
I'd like
think
to see a Miami.
I'm with you. Miami is really good this year. They have talent everywhere on that team, and they got robbed of a CFP spot last year. I could see them coming in like guns a-blazing this year. They got some really good talent.
I don't trust old Buck Teeth, especially after he fumbled the bag with the fucking Cavender twins. But like, he's good. He's not bad. He's good.
copy paste, you would have said that same exact thing, except for the Commander twins, about Cam Ward. Cam
I think
Ward
they're
going
different
into-
players, though.
No, Cam Ward going into Miami was not Cam Ward for the Tennessee Titans. Nowhere near. Cam Ward going
You're
into Miami was
100% right.
closer to Joe Burrow going to LSU than he was
You're
Joe Burrow
100% right.
graduating. So
It's like, who
here's
the
all I'll
fuck is
say.
Cam Ward anyway?
There's a reason Beck chose Miami and Miami chose Beck. And the reason is
Yes.
that system breeds quarterback success.
Yes.
Are you buying
'Cause
into
even
like any
before,
Can you hear that?
even
a little? Yeah, but it's not bad.
even before Cam Ward, who was the guy who was there because Miami was playing well 2 years ago.
But I'm also curious, though. Like, I've seen stuff about like Carson Beck and Kirby apparently having issues at Georgia, and that explains the reasoning for his bad season at Georgia, which I find hard to believe. But I am at least curious to see like how he goes into an offense that is like essentially set up with all of these returning players that had a run like they did last year. So
Yeah, I have, spoiler alert, they're going to reappear later. That's all I'll say.
Fair. All right, let's jump into the last one here. Big Ten. Oh, boy. Neighbors' dogs are
Which
outside.
dog was that?
So River is outside because Cat went out to answer a FaceTime, and now Bean is inside barking because the neighbor's dog is barking, which made River bark, and now Bean is just staring at the door because he wants to go bark. Big Ten. Greg, you go first because I think Josh's should be obvious. Hey.
Obvious. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I will be frankly honest here. If Penn State doesn't win the Big Ten this year, this is an absolute travesty. I'm sorry. The amount of talent that Penn State has on this team is insane. The amount of talent they brought back from last year is insane. The amount of projected NFL players they have on this roster is insane. The fact that both Michigan and Ohio State are not Michigan and Ohio State of the last few years this year, this is ripe for the taking for Penn State to finally win the Big Ten. If they do not win the Big Ten, this might get Franklin fired. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It might. There is no Josh, this team is fucking loaded. There is no way that you do not win the Big Ten. I'm sorry. If they don't win the Big Ten, Franklin needs to go. He's never going to have a better
Derek?
chance than this year.
Yeah.
Never.
Derek, go ahead.
It's tough for me. Now, here's what I'll say. Yes, you get the transfer from, or the portal guy from Syracuse, and now you have a wide receiver. You bring both running backs back. You have Drew Aller. Penn State always has lines. They have tight ends. that I'm sure will be really good. And they probably got it. They probably got
Their
an edge rusher
secondary
they
is
converted
good.
from the middle. That'll be an edge rusher that everyone can rate.
Yep.
He's wearing 0 this year. Just
I
check,
love it.
check number
Amazing.
0 this year.
Awesome. Until James Franklin does it, I can't
know.
put anything. And now that's unfair to say because there's a lot of guys I picked today that have not done it who will sit there. And I am going to go against what I just said because for me it is Oregon until the lights turn off, until the
that's
oil
fair.
in the candle burns out. What Dan Lanning built and brought to the Big Ten wasn't just a team. He brought to the Big Ten a perennial winner that is so ingrained in Big Ten football. It's not even funny. I didn't think Oregon was going to work in the Big Ten. Hands up. They're a bit
I'm with you.
more air raid.
I'm with you.
They're a bit tossy. Guys like Troy Franklin out there, they're a bit more passy than the Big Ten always has them to be. What Dan Lanning has done, and I'll tell you, every time I think, man, Penn State's really good, I get that speech of him shitting on Colorado in my head. And I go, nope, that guy's really good at what he does. And if you were going to put James Franklin and Dan Lanning in a phone booth, Dan Lanning walks out of that phone booth 10 times out of 10.
Here's the deal.
I can't wait to hear this.
You know when Michael Scott's like, I'll never financially recover from this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he screams, I declare bankruptcy on the table. Like he just stands up and then he's like going to be a hobo and run away on a train.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I don't see another way out of this.
Yeah.
That's me right now. That is me
Fair.
right now. And everything both of you said is 100% true. Like Oregon take is 100% true. I'm terrified of Dan Lanning. The Penn State, they're overly fucking loaded, and Michigan and Ohio State suck this year. And all of it's fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
All of it's fucking true.
Yeah.
But also, hopefully, it's true that they're going to be national champions. That's all I've got. I absolutely have loved the offseason. And I can go back and read off text messages the entire way through last year, the entire way through the college football playoffs, where I just kept saying James Franklin has to get to the Final Four to save his fucking job.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah,
And
he did.
it. And then he convinced who's a kid who's a Heisman favorite and a top 10 potential pick and all that shit to stick around one more year to try to win this thing.
Yeah.
It is as loaded as it's going to get. Now, also, Penn State hockey has the number 1 draft pick in the NHL.
Oh, my God.
That is a very good point.
And Gads convinced all of his potential NHL kids to stick around. So if I walk out of here with 2 natties in hockey and football this
That'd be
year,
crazy.
Yeah, it would.
no one will ever be able
Well, you'll
to
get
deal
one
with
in
me
wrestling
again.
too, so you could get 3.
That's true. That's true.
And volleyball. We'll
Fair.
have 4.
Fair.
We're going to have 4. And then we're going to just, I don't know. It's just, I'm just going to be screaming shirtless on the lawn. Like, Scott, I heard you need me to piss in your yard. That's what's going to happen.
if you could only pick one
Want me to get 'em?
of your teams to win the Natty, which would it be?
Okay, it's an easier, I had to think because, I had to really
Right.
make sure that I was okay with this conversation.
Right, yeah. Because I can feel the torture in you on this.
It's
but
not
I feel like
easy. Here's the deal: if Penn State hockey raises a banner, I don't know, man. That's the coolest fucking thing that could happen in my lifetime.
Okay. All right, I get it. Especially because you were around when the program started and stuff.
Right,
you've
right.
been there from the ground up. So you have a real emotional attachment.
I leave
to
for
it.
1 second.
Right.
We're talking about hockey. crazy.
He started it.
Literally go to get the dogs to come in so Cat doesn't have to worry about it. And we're talking about Pagula Ice Arena. All right, so Big Ten winner. I got Oregon. Bada boom. Let's go with our 12
man, shout
in.
out Terry, though. Could you imagine Terry, that fucking rock he would have in his pants if Penn State won a natty in football, hockey, and the Bills won the Super Bowl? That dude would just be fucking over the. He'd be in better shape than I am.
Yeah. Give me your 12, Josh.
Yeah. So I'll go bottom up. Florida, welcome back.
Langway.
Yeah, dude. I just think that they're like, especially late last year, they were hanging with teams that they should not have, and they were playing good football down the stretch.
Yeah, they look great.
11. Again, a program that has been doing it consistently for a few years now. Unfortunately, I was on the wrong end of one of their ass kickings. Illinois is at 11. I think that there's, and this pick is kind of like a homer pick in some senses, but I also just don't think there's any way that the college football playoffs happen with only 3 or 4 Big Ten teams in it, right? There's got to be 4, not 3. So Michigan makes it at 10. Our boys down in ASU, Arizona State, at 9. Yeah. I have Bama at 8. I have Miami at 7. Georgia at 6. Texas at 5. And then your Big 3 conference winners, and, of course, you know who. So LSU at 4, Notre Dame at 3, Clemson at 2, and Penn State at 1.
I don't hate it at all. Greg?
My 12, starting at number 12, who's also my top-ranked group of 5 champion. I got Navy at 12.
Oh,
team that's been
have a group of 5 team in here.
Team that's been consistent for the last few years. Started off really hot last year before they hit Notre Dame. Is also going to have that same situation where they're probably going to be 8-0, 9-0 before they hit the wall of Notre Dame, but they'll still sneak in as 10-2 or 11-1. So I got them at 12. I got Miami at 11 because I still believe in the talent, and I think they'll sneak in. And I think they also have an easy schedule as well. I got Oregon at 10. I think there's going to be a little bit of learning curve for more, but I still believe in that team. I got Utah at 9 because I had them as my Big 12 champ. 8, I got Bama. 7, I got Georgia. 6, I have Ohio State. 5, I have LSU. And then my top 4. 4 is Notre Dame. 3 is Penn State. 2 is Texas. 1 is Clemson.
Wow.
Oh, because Clemson won't play anybody. Greg's right. They will be 1. He's right. Because Penn State will drop a game.
Mm-hmm. I think I did it right. That's how I'm going to word it. We're going to try our best. Here's my 12. 12, I got Kansas State. I think they could sneak in. I don't know what I like about the Big 12. I just do.
Big 12
11, I got Boise State. I think they win theirs. 10, I got the bastards at Notre Dame. I hate them. I love their coach. I hate the school. 9, I got Texas. I think they get in.
Ooh.
They get in towards the end of the year extremely hot. They have some tough games. I think they do drop a few, but I think they're hot at the right time. 8, I got LSU. I'm with you, Josh. I will ride that. I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but I'll ride it. 7, that is where I have Ohio State. I think they had some bump in the road. They obviously get up there. 6, I have Clemson. I do think Clemson runs train, but I think Clemson, I don't know. Something feels weird about it, and so we'll see kind of what happens there. 5, I have your Penn State, Josh. 4, I have my Arizona State. 3, Georgia. 2, Oregon. And I think the number one team in the country is Alabama when it's all said and done.
Okay.
So here's my question. So Boise State is interesting.
Yes.
So Boise State last year made its bed when it took Oregon to the wire.
Yep.
It beat Michigan or Waz State, and then cleaned up in the Mountain West. Their non-con this year is USF, Eastern Washington, App State, and then Notre Dame.
Yep.
Like, they're hanging their entire hopes on that Notre Dame game.
Mm-hmm.
They are catching what I would consider be the residual of last year in my rankings, where
Could be.
they
Could be.
clean house, except for maybe that Notre Dame game where Notre Dame wins. But everyone goes, man, we had Boise last year, and they're just as good. Yeah, they don't got Genty, but they're just as good. That's kind of where my head was at.
And there'll be a Pac-12 team the following season. Yep. Yeah, I could.
Oh yeah, I forgot next year's like that year where like the Pac-12 is going to be resuscitated with like 8 teams. That's going to be weird.
All Mountain West teams.
It's crazy.
That's
so
why
the Mountain West.
Attention to the Mountain West.
So is the Mountain West just going to like cease to exist now, or are they going to reload too? How's that going to work?
No, they're fucked. They're fucked.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Their options are either the 3 remaining schools, which is like New Mexico, Wyoming, and San Diego State or something like that. Their options are drop down or attempt to get the Big Sky up to Division 1. Which one do you think's easier?
Valid point.
Neither. All right, Heisman and Natty winner, and then we'll switch over to the NFL. Greg, Heisman winner.
My Heisman winner's Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Give me some love. Give me some loves for the running backs, man. Like Genty had an unbelievable year last year, but obviously got usurped by the greatest two-way sensation we've had in a long time in college football. So I think Jeremiah Love is going to get every single touch for Notre Dame. I expect Notre Dame to be a top 5 team this year. He's going to be the focal point of that entire offense, on an offense that has 4 NFL receivers' sons in the starting lineup, by the way, which is crazy to me. But
and more than that, there's like 6 or 7 of them total.
Yeah,
I know. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's great.
But Jeremiah Love is going to be the focal point of that offense, and I got him winning the Heisman because I think he's going to have a really good year this year.
Josh?
Penn State versus Texas for all the marbles. Penn State comes out on top, and Drew fucking Aller is your Heisman winner.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I think I would be surprised if they go back-to-back running back. Or not back-to-back running back. I would be surprised if running back wins it this year because if Ashton couldn't win it last year, I'm with you, Greg. It was because two-way. I'm interested about Jeremiah Love. If Penn State is who Penn State should be, Drew Aller will win the Heisman.
Yes.
That's all I can do at this point, boys. I just got to.
If they can do anything that they're supposed to do, he should walk away with the Heisman.
Yes.
Dude, I'm fucking Hodor right now on both football teams. I'm just like holding the door and praying to God we get out of this football season the way that we should.
I have a natty champion of Oregon.
Okay.
And I have a Heisman winner of Jeremiah Smith, the Ohio State wide receiver.
Oh, I love this for you. Okay.
They have, there's 2 schools that have the best offense defense in it. South Carolina is one of them. They have an edge rusher that's unbelievable, and then Sellers, and then you got Jeremiah Smith, and you got Caleb Downs at Ohio State. And I'm here for all the hype about everybody.
Hey, what about Ryan Williams?
Yeah, I was in two of them. It just comes like if this kid at Ohio State can even throw the ball in the air. Jeremiah Smith has the Heisman opinion. Ryan Williams Jeremiah Smith is the better wide receiver. Ryan Williams is phenomenal and is going to be a first-round pick, no questions asked. Jeremiah Smith is the next Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison, Egbuka.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy in that lineage.
And I will preach this to the cows come home. Do not sleep on Ryan Wingo at Texas. Ryan Wingo is also just as talented in that situation, but his name just hasn't popped up because Williams and Smith have just had amazing moments in their set. But he's in that same draft class.
I feel like Jeremiah Smith is like the Jamar Chase of this situation where like his tape is literally flawless, and then Williams is like, did you see that catch? And it's one catch. It's not like he has like 3 catches in the game for like 15 yards, but the one that was just like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. And he was 17 when he did it, I think.
He was so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
I texted Greg and said, this kid is sick. Emphasis on kid. Let's do a switch to the NFL.
Our NFL season
Cue.
preview extravaganza.
Do you want records?
Sure, I thought you were going to get naked off camera and change.
Well, I'm gonna pee and do that while I do that.
Okay. Yes, let's start with the records of where we're at.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Bold predictions is how we normally end up starting this segment.
Yeah.
And currently, Deke is 0 for 12. And my still favorite of your misses is that Matt Patricia is going to finish third in Coach of the Year voting. Not because Matt Patricia was fired within months of you saying that, but that he would finish third.
Yeah.
It's like the
He
best
wasn't going to
part
win
of
it.
that. No.
But he was
He
going to get damn close.
Yeah, you should just say Matt Patricia will not win Coach of the Year. You would have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Gregor's is 2 for 12. His correct answers over the years: Bo Nix will have more passing TDs than Aaron Rodgers. He won a bobblehead for that one. Of Jason Kendall, right? Is that who I sent you?
It wasn't a bobblehead. It was a starting lineup one. It's actually like way up top over
yeah.
there. So yeah.
There we go. Okay, cool. And then the Jets will not make the playoffs. You said that in 2023. That feels like the safest.
That's what I'm
safest
saying,
thing to
dude.
say.
That was
I want a record.
Hang on,
No,
hang
no,
on,
shut
hang
up.
on.
I want a record of how easy most of the we're bold predictions, and I'm sending out Matt Patricia top 3, and you guys are like hee hee ha ha, and Greg has this really bad team won't make the playoffs. Oops.
That was no. That was
Aaron Rodgers'
the
first year.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
No one expected him to tear his Achilles in the
Nobody
fourth play of the
expected them to
game.
make the playoffs, Greg.
Yes, they did. Don't lie to me.
There was
Don't lie to me on that one.
From John.
And I'm
loves
4
Aaron
and
Rodgers.
12. I'm 4 and 12, and I will tell you straight up that 2 of my 4 are absolute they're sus for sure. The real ones, the Miami Dolphins will finish second in the division. I called that one in 2021. And then I said the Lions will win the division in 2023. Those are my 2 actual yes, I called those. My ones that are a little sus. I said that Mitch Trubisky will be a world beater week 1. He has 300 yards and 3 TDs.
What is the definition of a world beater exactly?
bad.
For
Yeah.
Mitch, for Mitch,
No,
300
you
yards
didn't
and 3
say
TDs.
for
No.
Beating ass.
You didn't say that. We have to define world beater in this sense then.
World beater, you have to set
No.
at least a record.
Yeah. And then my one last year was that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift will stay together through the football season. Thank you.
Oh my
Love it.
god. It's for all the Swifties out there.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go do a change in P real quick. So whoever wants to go first.
All right. Greg, let's kill a little bit of time before we say it because I want him to react for it and what we can kill. Oh, I don't want to leave the site. What the heck was that? What we can kill time doing is talking a little bit about players we are excited for on the rookie side of the ball coming out of the draft. So I'm going to pull up the 2024 NFL draft picks here, and let's just talk through some guys we're excited about their landing spot and where they are. Because, for example, I was going through my offensive and defensive rookie of the year candidates. There's just a lot of guys that I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot he went there. I forgot he went there.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's do 25 here. And so first one I want to start off with, Mason Graham, defensive tackle for the Browns. I don't have him. It's a little bit of a spoiler. I don't have him near defensive player of the year because I don't think he ever puts up the numbers to do it. He's not going to put up Aaron Donald numbers. I still believe he's going to be, and it's going to be facetious, the Joe Thomas of their defense, meaning he'll be there for years. He's going to be so good and so consistent. I'm just a huge, huge fan of him. I wish he wasn't there, but a huge fan of Mason.
No, I'm with you. We saw the tape in college. We saw everything about him, and I'm very excited to see how his career plays out. I think he's in a very good situation because of the line he's on with Garrett, that he's going to get more one-on-ones, and I think that's going to really show up for him. I think a guy just on this list alone that I'm very excited to see what he does is Jalen Walker. In Atlanta.
Agreed.
There has been almost no pass rush in Atlanta since Vic Beasley's one good year, and they invested 2 picks in James Pierce and Jalen Walker. Walker's the guy who's probably the more dynamic of the pass rushers in this situation, and I'm so excited to see what I don't know if Atlanta is creative enough to be able to utilize a type of player like that in their front seven, but I'm so fascinated to see what he's going to do in that situation because I think he has the talent.
Yeah.
I think it's there. It's just knowing like how to align him and figure out how to get him in the best space to succeed.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think that he is a very interesting one there. He still comes in as a linebacker over edge, so it'll be interesting where they play him. It'll be interesting what he does. We're just talking about some draft. All right, Greg, go ahead and give your bold predictions for this NFL season now that Josh.
Hang on, Greg. I know you're really worried because I was drinking only tall boys out of this, but don't be concerned.
What?
I can open this bottle
What?
just fine.
Oh my
And then I
God.
can drink it.
No.
Oh
fine.
my God.
Wow. What a word.
What an invention. What
I
an
do this
invention.
bit every Friday in the garage when everybody comes over to drink and eat dinner, and it's getting old to them. But you guys haven't seen it yet. So.
No.
That's mad.
No, it will. I don't think it'll get old to us, honestly, at this rate.
Houdini's
Good, 'cause I'm gonna do it
friends
again
get-
later.
Yeah,
Don't
did
worry.
Good,
Houdini's
that's what I
friends get
figured.
tired of his awesome tricks.
No, none whatsoever. Okay, so my bold predictions for this year's NFL season. Bold prediction number 1. Brian Dable and Joe Shane both get fired after week 9.
Whoa, hang on. Okay. Dabo and who?
Brian Dable and Joe Shane both get fired after week 9 from the New York Giants.
Well, that's a strike.
What?
That's just not happening.
That's why it's a bold prediction. Just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for you. You finally did one.
Okay. The Giants have been a mess for so long. I don't believe in Russ on this team. I'm curious to see how the first half of their season goes, and it's just I think at some point John Mara's going to look at it and be like, I got to rip the Band-Aid off. I've been on this for so long, and it's got to happen. So that's bold prediction number 1. Bold prediction number 2. Because of the division and the conference they're in, this will be the first year since 2017 the Packers finished below 500.
Whoa!
Okay.
I think the Jordan Love has hit its crescendo after underwhelming last year. And I look at their division, the Lions are better. The Vikings I think are better. And the Bears have upgraded so much on that team that I'm very high on them this year. So based on that and based on how the rest of the NFC is playing out, I think the Packers are going to finish below 500 this year.
Okay.
Greg laid his dick on the table today.
Greg,
And-
I love
bold
it.
predictions. It's good.
And bold prediction number 3. My twin, Kirk Cousins, gets traded to the Indianapolis Colts for a last-ditch playoff push. Because Indianapolis is going to be fighting for a playoff spot in the very winnable AFC South near the end of the year. And because they do not trust Danny Dimes or Anthony Richardson, they are going to go for the steady, reliable veteran in my twin, Kirk Cousins, to try to salvage a playoff push for them. Those are my bold predictions.
Greg showed up today.
Well, it's just the first year that he understood the assignment.
Wow.
Been the show
Wow.
for 8 years now, and he finally got what a bold prediction was. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thoughts, gentlemen?
And it's also the first year Greg has not done a this quarterback will throw more TDs than this quarterback bet.
Yeah.
Well, after you called me out for it, I was like, well, fuck, I'm gonna have to
yeah.
change my stance on this.
I don't
Okay.
agree with the dabble one. Reason being is that I have a universal stance that the easiest way to prolong your contract is to draft a quarterback in the first round. And so I would be floored if because Dabble's the quarterback guy,
He is.
and he really hasn't been able to draft his own guy.
Okay.
So I think they give him the year and maybe even next year and see. But don't hate it. Packers, for me, LaFleur is too good, and all they did was upgrade where they needed to. I don't disagree with the sentiment. The NFC's tough. Their division's probably the best in the NFC. It'll be interesting. So, yeah, I don't hate them. I think that I don't think Kirk is seen as the same guy that the Falcons signed, and I think the Colts believe they have a guy in Danny Jones. But I like that one.
I don't think the Colts can win that division, even with Kirk Cousins if he
Well,
was
they'd have to be in a
there,
good
or
position
anybody.
to trade for Kirk is my only issue with that, Greg, is they would have to be in a position to win a division that has C.J. Stroud, who we've all seen and very much loved, Liam Cohen at the helm of a Jacksonville Jaguars team with pieces that we all enjoy, and a Tennessee Titans team that should probably not have finished last in the NFL last year in terms
Right.
of talent that they have, and they now
Right.
have the best left tackle in football in Dan Moore Jr.
And
Yes,
a
the
quarterback
richest
who
left tackle.
seems to be headed in a direction that is
Franchise worthy.
enticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I see.
All right.
I see the Colts being like 4-6, like maybe like 3-7 times, and maybe think to themselves, we need that push because the division's winnable.
Cool.
Is how
Here's
I'll
the
look at
other
it.
thing, though, is that, and God rest the guitar man's soul, Jim Irsay's not there to push that button.
That's true. That's true.
I
Which
would
might change that.
My issue with it now that you're saying that, Josh, is that the Colts would rather have a high draft pick than a playoff push in their current
Yeah,
state.
I think so.
Especially
I think so.
especially with this quarterback class and realizing the mistake they made with Anthony Richardson. Yes.
That's what I mean, man. Like I
It's a
love
bold
the
take for a
like,
reason.
Hey, man, you went bold. You went bold. All right, here we go. Bold prediction number 1: Cam Ward over 20 touchdowns. That's what his line is set at right now. 20.
I
Shout out
think
to
he'll
him.
go over. I think he'll go over.
I
yeah.
like that.
Okay. Bold prediction number 2: Aaron Rodgers throws for over 4,000 yards.
That is a bold prediction.
That is very bold. I'll give you that. I like that.
I have an undefeated
He-
season for the Steelers in my predictions, so I like that answer a lot.
Fuck yeah, and it will take 4,000 yards to do that.
Might take
And my
7.
final one, which I feel like is a bold prediction, but maybe it's not, is that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will have a better record than the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh. That's interesting. I love the Bucks, but I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC.
Well, I would assume that's more the Bucks do really well than the Bills do really bad. Is that fair to say?
It's a little bit more of like it's not like it's like a one on my sheet. It's one game, but it is. I still think that I have spoiler alerts for later, but I have some high hopes for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Honestly, Josh, I'm with you. I think the Tampa Bay Bucks have so many pieces that are just so intriguing and are just so well placed for them this year. And again, the South
ahead.
is winnable. The South is not a world beater at all. So I
They
could
have-
absolutely see them having a good right year.
They have 6 wins just on the board already.
Okay. Okay.
Don't hit it.
You know what I mean? So
My 3, Caleb Williams finishes top 10 for MVP odds.
I don't hate that. I was thinking that. I was thinking that too, man. That Bears offense is going to be so fun.
Makes
this
it
year.
on the sheet. He makes it on the sheet for MVP odds. 10.
That Bears
Okay,
offense
so
is going to be
what-
so fun.
So, how can I fact check that? Like the last week of the season,
Yes.
or
When
okay.
like the last week of the regular season, Caleb Williams is in the top 10 for betting odds for the MVP.
Okay. Got it, love it. Shout out FanDuel.
Didn't pick a team for this one. Great shout out.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill's traded by the deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good receiver traded. Bold take. I think his time's coming to the end there. I think the Mike McDaniels era is almost done. I think the Tua era I think Miami's close to it. And I think somebody comes with a first-round pick for him for a playoff push.
I was dangerously close to actually having Mike McDaniel as the first head coach fired this year. I seriously considered it, but I was like, I think they wait a little for him, and I'm going to lean towards the Giants in that sense.
Did he draft Tua?
No,
Well,
but he built
Derek,
the offense
He
around
loves
him.
Tua. But
He built the
I know
offense
he
around
loves
him.
him, but if the dabble thing, you know what I mean?
my
Dable.
gut would tell me that they would rather move on from Tua and get someone if Mike Daniels could stick around. But I don't know. He's of that era who could also just like go run a vape store and still be happy about their life. So I don't really know.
Oh, he's
He'll
winning
just
in
head
life,
back
man.
He'll head back to the West Coast with either one of the fucking 49ers and Rams and like help them win a Super Bowl. That's
Oh
what's gonna
yeah,
happen.
take a solo route and then just be like the OC for the Niners again. Yeah,
Exactly.
He'd be fine.
And my last bold take, which I am switching it right now. My bold take originally was Tyler Warren finishes second in tight end receptions. I'm going to switch it. Tyler Warren breaks the tight end reception record set by Brock Bowers last year at 112.
Ooh.
He is. I love Josh Downs. Josh Downs has a soft tissue injury. I love Alec Pierce. He's a big ball. I love AD. He's not a catching guy. I think that Daniel Jones dink dunks Tyler Warren do around 114 receptions this year.
Oh, I love that because Brock Bowers got an insane amount of targets near the end of last year that like put him over the top. So like if the Colts are struggling as we probably all expect them to, I could see Warren get it. I could see
them going. We're getting that guy the record.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so I have like people like invested in the team. Yes, I could absolutely see it. That's not a bad take at all.
It's a bold take.
Man.
All right. Let's do a little AFC, NFC standings here, and then playoff teams, and then get into our awards. Let's do all four AFC. So, Josh, you go first and just do bum, 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 and then Greg, and then I, and then we'll talk about it, and then do NFC.
So, I'm so sorry. Am I doing all four?
All four AFC teams to start, and then break, and Greg will do his AFC teams, and then I'll do my AFC teams, and then we can talk about it.
All right. AFC East, Bills at 12-5. AFC West, Broncos at 11-6. And then AFC South, tits up for the boys at 12-5. Bold, but I really love Cam Ward. I love Cam Ward. It's a Cam Ward problem.
More than Cam Ward does, yeah.
Apparently. It's a Cam Ward problem. And then AFC North. Here we go. Steelers.
Mm-hmm. If you don't,
here we go. Aaron Rodgers takes us to the Super Bowl at 12-5.
For mine, I got AFC East. I got the Bills. I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC. I just think they're so well balanced on offense and defense. So that's just my opinion. The West is going to be so close this year, I think, but I'm still leaning towards the Chiefs. It's a cop-out, but I think it's going to be damn near close in that sense. But I think the Chiefs pull it out. The South, I think everyone is sleeping on the Texans because they have like just a down year last year. But I think C.J. Stroud is primed for a bounce back this year. Even though their offensive line is still kind of cheeks, they invested so much in that offense to be able to like just get him more weapons, just to like have him just go guns a-blazing. So I got Texans winning the South, and then the North, I got the Steelers. I love what we did this offseason, man. I love it. So I'm going with the Steelers to win the North. Absolutely.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you, bud.
Who'd you pick for the AFC West?
I picked the Chiefs.
Thank you. Okay. It's going to be very boring. Steelers, Texans, Bills, Chiefs for Derek.
That's...
Think alike, apparently.
The Chiefs aren't dead till they're dead.
They're the new Patriots. They just have a better PR department.
They're getting damn close to being dead. They're getting damn close, but not yet.
They went to the championship game yesterday.
Literally.
I don't care. I don't care.
Also,
they're close.
Getting their best receiver back this year.
Greg, you saying that just goes to show like how boring them winning is, which is literally I mean, here's how I'll say: if they were winning, they'd be the Patriots. How good they are is that we are sitting here going, Patrick Mahomes he's only a top 5 quarterback. Like,
right.
Let's do reverse order for NFC, so Greg doesn't steal mine.
Okay.
In the North, I got the Lions. In the South, I got the Bucks. In the East, I got the Eagles. In the West, I got the Rams.
We are almost close. For the North, I got the Lions. In the North, I got the Lions. In the East, I got the Eagles. For the South, I got the Bucks. And in the West, I have the Niners.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh man,
I got the Niners. Yep.
You broke bitch.
Bounce back,
Okay.
baby. Bounce back.
CMC's going to break records.
So I feel like my first pick has to. I think we got a bobblehead bet on our hands because I have the 11-6 Packers winning the division.
Ooh.
Yeah, you and Greg need to do something.
I think that's a bobblehead bet.
All right. All right.
NFC East, the 13-4 Philadelphia Eagles continue to roll.
Mm-hmm.
In the South, the 13-4 Buccaneers.
Wow.
And then
I
in
like
the
him.
West, the 11-4. Or oh wait, I have that wrong. 11-6
There you go.
Arizona Cardinals.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think the 49ers are going to suck.
We can just start at the Cardinals.
Sure.
Weird line, very middle of the pack run game, an elite wide receiver that was bad last year, a quarterback that is at the end of his elite leash, a defense that does some stuff well but has no true identity.
So
I like Kyler. I think he's done there.
do you think Kyler is Baker 2.0 where he goes somewhere else and is elite again? Or do you think he's cooked?
Oh, he goes somewhere. He's great. Kyler Murray is too good at football to not be good at football. I just think that Gannon looks around and goes, how do I extend my time here? I get a pocket passing quarterback that is I mean, here's how I word it. I think Kyler Murray is awesome. I think he's a really fun quarterback. He's great for fantasy. He's great for the over. Marvin Harrison Jr. demands a pocket passer, first and foremost. Okay. And so I would not be floored if they came into this next year's draft looking at Nussmeier, looking at Cade, looking at Drew Aller, looking at Sam Levitt, looking at a big 6'3" dude with a cannon for Marvin Harrison to get to that next step. That's what I see.
Okay. For me, the Cards have a really easy schedule.
Yes, they do.
They do.
I think that the NFC West is in a down year. We have no clue who is going to play quarterback for the Rams this year. I hope it's Matthew Stafford, but he's currently in a glass coffin, which makes me nervous.
Bennett time,
I think
baby.
the 49ers
are
still retooling. I don't think they're they're not dead, but they're also not like good. I kind of feel like they're the Bengals, like they're kind of on the Bengals trajectory where they were like all the way up here and then they dropped off and then they're going to take a small step but not enough and then they'll maybe come back.
Yeah.
And then the Seahawks, like, were good last year. You're changing quarterbacks. You've moved a lot of receivers around. There was a lot of change and things happening there.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on there. I feel like the Cardinals almost like Dumbo fucked their way into the division title.
Okay. I think the West is the hardest division to pick because you can easily make a case for everyone in that division being the winner and also being the last place team, which makes it so challenging. The reason I went with the Niners is because, like you said about the Cardinals, the Niners also have a very easy schedule this year.
Yeah.
They're also bringing back a lot of the team last year that was injured for a good bit last year. And they bring Saleh back at defensive coordinator. They retooled their defensive line in the draft. And they still have probably one of the top linebackers in the country. They retooled the secondary as well. So I agree with you about them retooling, but I also trust Kyle Shanahan to be able to devise a game plan that fits what they're going with. I agree the reason that they're in the retool is because they had to pay Purdy now. But when you pay your quarterback, you can now also start getting younger pieces on the offense to be able to kind of supplant some guys now. So I at least see the direction they're going with, and I could see them very easily getting back to a respectable level for them in terms of at least getting into the West, especially because there's no world beater in that division. So I think it's going to be very easily winnable. It's going to be a very good race for them this year.
You also don't ever have to ask me to get behind Kyle Shanahan. I'm already there.
I used to be 10 years ago when he was good at coaching. All right, let's dive into our playoff teams. Josh, go ahead and list off your AFC from 7-1.
Okay, 7-1. All right, hang on. I don't have them 7-1. I just have like X.
Then
Go,
just- yeah,
go,
just
go
name
1
it.
to 7.
Just do
Go
whatever
1
you
to
wanna do.
go 1
Name
to
'em
7 then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can do that. Okay, so I have the Pats as the last team in. Yep. And then I've got any combination. Oh, I guess then Chiefs, and then Ravens, and then your division winners, your Titans, Steelers, Broncos, Bills.
Nice. Greg?
Okay, for my AFC playoffs, I have the Bills as the 1 seed. I have the Steelers as the 2 seed. I have the Chiefs as the 3 seed. I have the Texans as the 4 seed. My 5 seed, I have the Ravens. My 6 seed, I have the Broncos. And the reason I made that face is because my 7 seed, I have the Patriots too.
Oh!
Because I was so hoping that I was going to be the only one that thought the Patriots would make a bump this year, and no, this asshole in Oklahoma City steals my thunder before I get a chance to.
Well, hang
Unbelievable.
on. We are a pro Mike Vrabel podcast now.
Yes, always have been.
He's daddy. So,
My issues with the Patriots come on the defensive side of the ball and the wide receiver room and the running back room and the tight end room. I like
Just
the left-
everything.
Yeah, I like the left
Just
tackle and the
everything.
quarterback. That's pretty much it.
Just everything, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I don't hate it, guys. Mine's going to be pretty chalk. Chiefs at 1, Bills at 2, Steelers at 3, Texans at 4, Ravens at 5, Chargers at 6, and then, unfortunately, the team that will probably end up winning the stupid Super Bowl, the Bengals at 7.
sure.
Sure.
I hope they
don't-
get the Hendrickson deal done and they get something back because letting him play football this year would be sick, and them getting a defensive pick. I have never seen, last thing I'll say before we get to the NFC, never seen an elite level quarterback have this pathetic of a franchise organization and defensive situation. I don't think in my entire life. Josh
No.
Allen, yes, they need to get him
That's got
receivers and not
Warren.
there. Lamar Jackson, he has been given everything he needs to. Brady has been given everything he needs to. Aaron Rodgers doesn't need a first-round draft pick, Josh.
No, that's not who I was
Damn,
going
I
to
took a
say.
swing.
Yeah. There was this guy from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who is a literal Hall of Famer who had an undefeated season and then just was let down time and time again, Dan Marino.
Yeah, but it wasn't. He was let down differently than the fact that they don't want to pay the number 1 sack leader and then had a contract dispute with their first-round pick, but won't get any secondary help, but paid all their offensive players. And like Dan just
Except their offensive line.
Yeah, like Marino, they just lost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, Dan Marino should have won a Super Bowl. End of story, right?
If your
And,
bingo
like, Joe
card
Burrow's
told you to
headed
bring
the
up
same-
Dan Marino on the show, that was a really good transition into.
Okay.
Josh had more pet references today than I did. Jesus Christ.
Facts,
What's going on
facts.
here? What's going on here?
I'll start us on NFC, and then we'll go Greg,
Okay.
and then Josh. My 7 seed. Screw you, Greg. The Packers. My 6 seed.
Ooh.
The Commanders. My 5 seed. The 49ers. 4 seed Bucks. 3 seed Rams. 2 seed Lions. 1 seed. I hate that city more than almost anything other than Cleveland. The Eagles.
Okay. My NFC playoffs. My 7 seed, the Chicago Bears. My 6 seed.
It's just not happening.
I have
My-
him as a MVP candidate.
I
and I don't have him that high.
Yeah. 7
Shout out
seed, the
Ben.
Bears. Ben Johnson, baby. 6 seed, the Los Angeles Rams. 5 seed, the Washington Commanders. 4 seed, the 49ers. 3 seed, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 seed, the Detroit Lions. And 1 seed, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Give us something
7
to talk
seed,
about,
the Minnesota Vikings.
Now you're in on
the-
JJ. I'm so sorry to cut you off. You're in on JJ
You're
being
good.
like the guy.
I am in on. Why can't I remember his last name? Kyle, what's his nuts? Their
Rudolph.
coach.
Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin O'Connell,
Kevin
yeah.
O'Connell. I'm in on Kevin O'Connell. That's who I'm in on.
I very much agree with that.
Okay.
And if that's who he picked, that dude sees football in 3D chess. I don't know how else to
That's a good
explain
point.
it. So Vikings are my 7. Commanders are my 6.
Yep.
Lions are my 5.
Mm.
And then I've got Cardinals at 4, the Pack at 3, the Eagles at 2, and the Bucks at 1.
My only concern about the Bucks comes from I love their defense, love Baker. Egbuka is the one. Rushing is
Yep.
there. I have some concern over Mike Evans being old, Chris Godwin being hurt. Like their other weapon, they don't have a tight end that you're going to write home about.
Sure.
Egbuka is going to have a breakout year. He is somebody you want to draft late in drafts if you get keepers. I'm all in on him and Baker Mayfield together.
I think you're forgetting somebody.
Bucky
Irving.
Well, I was saying receiving threats. I didn't mention running backs. Bucky
Ah,
Irvin is the
but
sweetheart
we're talking
of the fantasy world.
weapons. Talking weapons. That kid's a weapon.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. I also used to like
They
OJ
also,
Howard.
again,
Sure.
they do have like a cakewalk of a schedule.
Agreed.
So
Agreed. Love it. Let's get into some of our picks here. So MVP, offensive, defensive, coach of the year, comeback player of the year, offensive rookie, defensive rookie. This one, I say we go MVP.
Okay.
We'll start at you for MVP, Josh. Go through, and then I'll start the next one, and Greg will always just be in the middle because he's Greg.
My MVP is an Oklahoma Heisman winner.
Think it's his butt pushed.
Nope. No.
Man, you are
All in
really
on
high
that.
on the Bucks
All
this
in
year.
on
Damn.
that.
Okay.
The Bucks, Greg. Give me Baker Mayfield. Offensive player of the year, give me Bucky Irving. How about defensive player
I'm
of the
so
year?
sorry.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on. It's MVP, but. Offensive, but. Defensive,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought
You're
we were
good.
running.
I didn't want to.
My bad.
You got
Thanks
you
for
went
rolling me up.
you
Thanks for
went
pulling the reins.
God damn, dude, you were about to like go. You were about to list
Greg,
the
I'm not
entire
crazy.
Tim
That
Bay
was-
team.
I did what I could
It was
to
just a
describe
Bucks
what I
team,
wanted.
yeah.
to.
You did. You're good.
Okay.
God damn.
You're good.
been a minute.
Yeah, he was
I'm
just going to
no.
list all the Buccaneers that are eligible.
I know. I love it.
Comeback player of the year was Rob Gronkowski.
If you were gonna list Kalijah, if you had Kalijah Kancey for your defensive player of the year, I was gonna
You know
leave.
damn well it was Vita Vea. All right, you're up. Greg,
Oh,
for
that's
MVP.
fair. Fine.
Yeah.
It's a chalk, but it's Josh Allen for me. I think the Bills are the best team.
Back to back.
Bills are the best team in the league, man. I just like I think he got over the hump that first year, and I think he's gonna do it again this year. I think that team is going to run away with the AFC this year.
All right. I'm fighting against the second-year slump that C.J. Stroud had. I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels. I think they only added players to that team. I think it's a division that breeds quarterback points. I think Jaden Daniels in that offense is going to do things that he played a game different because everyone talks about the sophomore slump. I think Jaden Daniels beats the sophomore slump, which is why he wins the MVP.
Okay. I like it.
Now, I'll start offensive and back across the same board. Offensive player of the year, I think we all loved this guy coming out of college. I think that he's been kind of silent in the NFL. Like, he's good but silent. I don't think he gets the respect, but he was the best prospect we've seen since Ezekiel Elliott. Give me Bijan Robinson win offensive player of the year.
Oh, I love that
Not
pick.
Bijan.
The
Bijan.
number
Bijan.
2 unanimous pick in fantasy right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Deke, you mentioned him earlier, but for me, my offensive player of the year, I'm expecting a bounce back from him. CJ Stroud. I think they gave him so many weapons to be able to just. He said it himself. He's like Steph Curry. He just shoots whenever he gets the
Question for
chance
you.
to. Go ahead.
So you have MVP as a quarterback and offensive player of the year as a different quarterback.
I don't want to make the same guy both, so I just try to make it more fun.
I just don't know if I've ever seen that, but I also understand there is a difference between the two.
There is. I also think, yeah, Stroud's going to put up numbers through the air. Josh Allen's going to be both on the ground and air,
totally
which is
fair.
going to make him be able to pair. So that's my logic with it.
Cool. Josh?
Since I already said my offensive player of the year, Greg, I know you were worried because the tall can was in the thing, right? And then you're like, well, how possibly could you
I was so
Can't
nervous.
fit
open
a
the bottle?
I was
Yeah.
so
Don't
nervous.
worry, I
Yeah.
got the bottle, bud.
Oh.
And you know what? It happens to fit in there too. But Josh, there's no way you can get this regular size can in there, right?
Yeah, no, the big
Well,
one
No
is in
way.
there. How would the
No
little
way.
one
No
fit?
way.
That's where you'd be wrong, my friend, because the Frost Buddy does it all. The
I
ultimate
don't
Frost Buddy.
logically understand how a tall can
I
and
don't-
a little can sit the
That
same
makes
height.
no sense. Physics does not make sense to me.
I know.
Physics does not
Right.
work for me. It makes no sense. I'm
All
so
right.
confused.
You know what
Josh.
else doesn't make sense? Bucky Irving is Offensive Player of the Year. It's happening.
I was going to say, Josh, your defensive player of the year. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit more. I think that this guy has been elite for a long time, and I think the Mike Vrabel effect is going to really help out Stephon Gilmore a lot. Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Former defensive player of the year, in fairness.
True, but I
How-
think
yeah.
like, you know, he's the best player on the worst team. That team's not going to be bad anymore. That's going to get him a lot more glaze if you want to go that route. I see him winning another.
Okay. I don't hate that. I would argue that's actually a comeback player of the year award for him then too in that sense. I
Sure.
like that. My defensive player of the year, Deke knows how much I love this guy, but the fact that he has a partner in the secondary now to play off of, I think he's going to have a great year. Give me Kyle Hamilton for defensive player of the year.
Kyle Hamilton's
I-
perfect.
Oh my God, I love Kyle Hamilton. I hate he's a Raven, but I love him. I think he's gonna put up. I think he's gonna have a great year, just in terms of like being able to just move around in that secondary, and the Ravens are gonna utilize him in so many fun ways
What's the
this year.
Vrabel
Hey, Greg.
effect on Gilmore?
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg. Why
Yeah.
you got to describe JPJ and then not pick JPJ? I'm just real confused.
Well, they
why
play
you
different
set me
positions.
up like that.
They play
Well,
different
but you
positions.
said like somebody
so-
else to play off of in the secondary, and now he's got like a lot of help in the secondary, and I just don't know why you did that to me. That wasn't very nice.
I apologize for being too vague, and then I had to like really kind of narrow it.
Then
for
you picked the
I
guy
apologize.
inside the division. He's
I
a
did.
Raven.
What's the
did.
Vrabel effect for Stephon Gilmore?
The Rabel effect is that team's not going to suck, and there's going to be a lot more eyes on him. Again, in a sense where like voters watching that kind of thing.
Got it. I thought you meant because he was being coached by Vrabel, and I was really concerned.
No,
about
not necessarily, but just that team is going to be a playoff team and good, and a large part of he's so the Patriots are so good, blah blah blah. Gilmore is a big reason why.
He's not on the Patriots. That's what I'm asking.
Not good look for your boy.
It's not.
Stephon
That's
Gilmore is not a Patriot.
I don't think so. I'm
You're right.
99.99% he's not.
You are right.
Okay. That's why when you said the Vrabel effect, Greg, I need you to help me catch things like this. You're not doing a good job. You're texting your,
I apologize.
your lovers.
No, my dad sent me something I had to respond
Is
to. Sorry.
Did I do the wrong thing? I think I mean Christian Gonzalez.
I think you also
That
mean Christian
makes
Gonzalez.
more
I think
sense.
I mean Christian
That makes
Gonzalez.
way
'Cause
more
I
sense.
literally, I was
I
like,
think
why are
I
you
mean
picking the
Christian
old
Gonzalez.
corner on a team? If you're saying Vrabel effect with a good, you mean Christian Gonzalez.
That makes
I
a
mean
lot more
Christian
sense.
Gonzalez.
Okay.
And
Greg still
I
didn't
just
pick
want you
Joey
to
Porter
know-
Jr. in your defense, but
I still
Yeah.
didn't know.
I just want you to know I did not Google that. I was Googling Stephon Gilmore. I'm like, yeah, he's not even in the NFL, Josh.
he's a
And I'm like, what Patriots cornerback did I mess up?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my
Christian
defensive player of the year. I just think he is going to cement himself as the number one at his position this year. It's Aiden Hutchinson.
I thought about him too, but
He is
I like
the
it.
favorite on every single sports book right now.
For good reason.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Listen,
start
there's
the
not
hook.
a hater on this show as far as Aiden.
Let's
Hutchinson.
let's just start the hook on comeback player of the year because mine is Aiden Hutchinson.
So is mine. So is mine. Because he's coming back from a broken leg, and that man is going to wreck
he
the
would've
game.
made the Super Bowl.
They would have. You're damn right they would have if he was there. So,
You
Aiden
think
Hutchinson for
it's
comeback player.
it's literally an Aiden Hutchinson away from them making the Super Bowl?
Yes.
No. I'm sorry. I said he would have been available if they made the Super Bowl, which is crazy considering he broke his leg.
Oh,
like
I
week
see what
9.
you're saying.
Sorry,
Okay.
that's what I think
I-
he's a dog.
I think they were at Aiden Hutchinson away from the Super Bowl because they got absolutely blistered by the Commanders in that wild card game, in that divisional game, like without an actual pass rush and without someone to actually they had to scheme for. So I'm totally in agreement that if they had Aiden Hutchinson, the Lions would have been in the Super Bowl last year easily.
So let me just, because I agree, Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, he left. Never mind. My question to him, because we had a conversation about this, I think a couple of weeks ago now. He thinks CMC comes back for a big year.
I think he does too, but I think
You think
the
Aiden Hutchinson has a
dynamic
bigger
that
year?
Yes. I like CMC's odds for that. I think CMC has a very good year, but Hutchinson was on pace for Defensive Player of the Year last year before he broke his leg.
Okay.
So
All right, cool.
he's only in his third year in the NFL. That man has not hit his prime yet. So there is a lot of room for growth this year for him by it alone. So I'm full
Greg,
in agreement on that one.
Greg, real quick before he gets back, and I'm sure he has his headphones on, so he probably already is hearing this.
I think he took
But,
them off.
Oh, good. Okay, so when he sits back down, we're going to start talking hockey.
Okay.
Just do the bit.
Just randomly. Just do
Do
the bit.
the bit.
Okay.
Do the
Just yeah.
Yeah. Just like every time he gets up, it comes back to hockey, whether he wants it to or not. That's really what we're doing. That's the
Yeah.
bit.
I mean, I'm just gonna assume right now, Florida's built to be a juggernaut for years based off of all the contracts they signed. I'm sorry, they are.
Yeah, I think, and they brought Marchand back, and they have,
insane.
The Conn Smythe winner back. I mean, they
I
are
don't
going
know.
to be an actual dynasty in hockey in a way that
I don't know. I don't know how they fit all those guys under the cap. I
know
get
it's a
it.
bit because Greg. Josh, you did a good job.
Damn it, Greg!
Yeah.
How did I screw it up?
Because I can't describe it, but I understood that the cadence was like a oh fuck he's
Oh
back.
my god!
I don't know. I can't describe it. It's not your fault, Greg. I know you when you guys are actually talking, and whenever you're doing a bit, you get really excited and
Yeah, we do get really excited. Yeah,
you
it's
start
definitely
to
two puppies. Yeah.
You guys weren't having a conversation. You started to say something the same time he did,
Yes.
and they were kind of about different things, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And so
That
it
is
was just,
way.
same thing, but
That
yeah,
is so. That is so scary. How in depth you know that. That is really
you and I
scary.
have done that bit so many times, and I had already complained about hockey that I was like, when you guys both stumbled over each other, I was like, oh, this isn't an actual conversation.
Damn it.
That's all. It was a good try, though.
All right.
It was a fun bit, though.
Am I
It
up
was.
for Coach of the Year, or did you?
No,
guys
no,
actually...
we did. You no. So Josh, did you do comeback player of the year? Or?
I mean, Hutchinson, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
is
the
there
one thing
anyone else we
I
should
did
think?
want
Oh,
to
go ahead.
ask you. Yes, there is somebody else I want you to consider because we talked about it about a couple of weeks ago. CMC.
I would love for you to consider Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think he's coming back from anything. I think that the fuck you tour has been on since they drafted Jordan
He's
Love.
coming back from a 43-year-old Achilles tear. No, CMC's a good one. You know another one, J.J. McCarthy. You know another one, I'm looking at the odds now. Nick Chubb,
What did
Stephon
J.J.
Diggs.
McCarthy come back from?
He had surgery.
Yeah, he had two knee
But
surgeries.
he never had a, you know what I mean?
Fair,
he never
had a
started to come back from anything.
I think my
That's all.
favorite one on this whole list is if Nick Chubb catches fire, because as much as we hate the Browns, we all love Nick Chubb.
Oh yeah. Well, he's on the
love
Texans
Nick
too,
Chubb.
so it makes it even better.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh, you were up for Coach of the Year, and we have offensive and defensive rookie.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Texans currently have
Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb.
Chubb and who?
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah,
How is
they're
that
adding
fair?
Duke Johnson. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, Yeah.
Are you?
Like,
Oh man.
Is what's his nuts who played forever? No, his kid almost played at the same time as him.
Frank Gore.
Yeah, they got Frank Gore out there. Adrian Peterson's gonna join mid-season. Anyway,
I wouldn't be surprised.
who's up for Coach of the Year?
You.
Me. Okay. I've already said his name a bunch. Mike Vrabel. I think when you take a team that was so bad last year and you turn them into a playoff team, and it's the Patriot way all over again, and it's yada yada. I mean, it's gonna feel like a jerk off fest.
Yeah,
but
I'm surprised it's not Todd Bowles.
This asshole stealing my thunder, Mike Vrabel. I was so.
Did Greg?
I thought it was gonna be
all of his picks.
Yeah,
He did. I didn't really look at them, but he did.
Okay.
Yeah. I was so. I honestly thought I was going to be the only one that was going to be saying Mike Vrabel was going to be Coach of the Year, and I thought I was going to be the only one that had the Pats in here. But then Josh just steals my thunder, so okay, I'll take it.
I think Todd Bowles proved last year he's a good coach.
I agree. Yeah.
Same with who's the cat down in Houston? I can.
Oh,
it's not
It's not
DeRyan or
D'Amico Ryans. Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans. Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans. D'Amico Ryans. 2 years ago, everyone's like, "Holy shit!" Last year they have a down year. Second year slump for a quarterback is so typical in the NFL. And then here we go.
John says, "Am I the only one watching the stream?" Yes, John. Nowadays, that is what it is, brother. And what do y'all think of Jackson Dart? Interesting convo, actually, because we had a conversation previously about what Brian DeBall's future there is. We also had a conversation during our college football segment about me despising Ole Miss. What I will say is Jackson Dart has proved every amount of hate I had towards him so completely wrong. I'm obsessed with the kid. We are Steelers fans, so we had Russ last year. He has a great moonball. I hope that he breaks a clavicle. Jameis Winston, I hope, gets traded because Jackson Dart's path to being quarterback one in New York is so set in stone, it's not even funny. I think he's got the swagger. I think he's a vocal leader. I think he's a leader of today's NFL. I think him and Neighbors are going to be a very good duo. He has the legs to back it up. I'm all in on Jackson Dart. I hated him 6 months ago. Love him now.
I also, I think Jackson Dart, the college football player sucks. The NFL player is somebody I'm willing to give some time for. Yeah. I also, the Neighbors Dart Scatabo trio it's hard not to be excited about those three. Just swaggy, fucking trash talk.
If you're not an Ole Miss and Kiffin fan, I'm out. That's totally fine.
Yeah, sure.
You're talking Penn State. You're talking Pitt. I love Kiffin.
I'm not a Kiffin fan.
Love Kiffin.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is just there
I don't think
for me.
it's Kiffin. It's just Ole Miss.
It's just Ole Miss. If Kiffin was at Florida Atlantic, I would be the biggest Florida Atlantic fan in the country.
Yeah, I think Kiffin's one of those guys that like grows on you after a while because it's like you have to respect him for what he is. He's just the guy that like takes advantage of the best opportunity available to him.
Oozing out of him. He's like if Sean McVay had a pimple and that pimple popped. And you're like, what is the stuff that comes out of Sean McVay's pimples? And it's like, I'm Lane Kiffin, motherfucker. That's how I view it.
But then also, like, we were kind of robbed because, like, Mike Leach should be his arch nemesis right now.
Oh, that's so sad, yeah.
And that,
man.
that, you know what I mean? Like, we should have some Mississippi State Ole Miss rivalry, like, on a national stage right
they
now.
They are polar opposites, too.
Knee injury, but no real update on severity for Derek Harmon. In the game tonight.
Well, that's not fun.
Derek Harmon?
They have a preseason.
Derek Harmon, our first round pick. Real quick, we beat Penn State in the Peach Bowl. There you go, Josh.
Yeah, congrats. We're going to win a national championship this year, and you're probably not going to make the playoffs, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Shout out to Grove.
Also, your name is like borderline racist. So,
jeez, Josh.
I don't know if Penn State has the batting gloves to go toe-to-toe about severity in the college space, brother.
That's a valid point, man. That's a very valid
point.
Nah, Ole Miss is just there. I mean, I'm a new SEC guy with the Vols, and it's not It's not. I can't talk smack. I was
Right.
talking more smack when I was pretending to be a fans of other programs. So
That's true.
yeah,
So
no,
are
I
we
like that.
Tennessee for life now?
I think so. It's so simply living in
And you've
Nashville.
been, yeah.
Not yet. No, we wanted to go this year, but we got the wedding coming up next year, so we'll probably put it off for a little bit. But Knoxville's sick. We want to try to
Yeah.
sneak some tickets. It's just a journey. We're going to go to Vandy games this year just to go to Vandy games, just because they're.
Well,
fifth.
and that's going to be if you just pick whatever nationally ranked teams coming in. You go, I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should be a vibe. That should be a vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Vandy's like we're also in the SEC, so you want to see SEC
Yeah.
teams? Buy our tickets.
Yeah, but when they beat a really good SEC school team, you get scenes like them carrying the goalpost down Broad Street.
I
Which is
can
insane.
I can
or
say
down
with
Broadway.
a pretty straight face, they're not gonna do that again. Like not being a jerk, Pavia's sick, dude. But people know now. Teams are aware that they actually have some talent. This isn't something where they're like now sneaking into being like a top conversation place. Like people know that they have some players, and those players are now getting watched so hard it's not even funny.
It's why nobody does a home and home with Wyoming anymore. It's the same thing.
Josh Harrison, Trey Wallace III is an American wide receiver for the Ole Miss that played for Penn State.
Sweet.
They didn't steal a receiver from Syracuse, though.
Nope.
All right, we got we got coach of the year.
Also, it's
Josh.
not going to be the Syracuse kid. It's going to be the true freshman who is cooking people in camp.
I'll take that back.
Okay.
We both picked Mike Vrabel for coach of the year, so it's up to you.
Yes.
Mine feels so easy based off my Caleb. Ben Johnson, new coach
hate
of the
that.
Bears. That's the obvious pick. That's the sexy pick. That's the pick. Moving along here, we can do both of them, offensive and defensive. I might have to change my defensive now that he just got hurt. I got offensive Ashton Genty, defensive Derek Harmon. Defensive is always tough. I think guys like Jahdae Barron are great. I think there's a couple. Kenneth Grant was a guy that I was a huge fan of. But for me, Harmon is being put into one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. He's a very elite level talent across from Cam if Cam shuts up and accepts his pay. Not telling him to shut up in person ever. He's a very scary man, and I wear another man's name on my back during the season, so I'm kind of a giant little wuss compared to him. But please just play football. But Derek Harmon, defensive, Ashton Genty, offensive.
I don't think it's a shut up and accept your pay. It's a please. We'd really like to see you play, Cam.
It'd make me
We'd really like to win a Super Bowl.
For me, my offensive player of the year my offensive rookie of the year is actually Cam Ward. I went back and forth between Genty and him, but honestly, I think Cam's gonna have a really good year, man.
I don't hate it.
I really do. I think he's gonna put up some numbers this year. He's gonna make mistakes, but I think he'll put up the numbers to deserve the rookie of the year candidate. And then defensive rookie of the year, you already mentioned him. I'm going Jahdae Barron.
Yep.
I think the defensive rookie of the years were very hard to kind of figure out because you have to look at where they landed versus how they're going to use him. I think Denver knows exactly what to do with Jahdae Barron in that secondary.
It's interesting with
and Denver's
Surtain
ready
also
to
there.
do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Denver's
Josh?
ready to do it. My offensive rookie of the year is the same. I'm Cam Ward. And then you guys actually talked about him while I was doing a costume change. I think Mason Graham.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that when we were doing our draft stuff, I said that every other player in Michigan's defense that played well was because he was doing more.
Yeah.
And that they should thank him. And I think now that he has Myles Garrett to distract everybody.
Speeding ticket demon.
Yeah. He's gonna get the one-on-one matchup, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Vividly upset that they continue to not call him one of the blue chips of this draft. He is as plug and play as a defensive tackle could ever be in the NFL.
Yes. Maybe as much as the aforementioned Cam Hayward.
Maybe. Next week, guys, we have our TFTB Thoughts from the Bench NFL Fantasy Football Draft live on air. The three of us will be doing our draft on Sleeper coming in to the season. How are we doing draft order, Josh? I know is that the draft order?
That is the draft order.
Cool.
So the draft order was decided via wheel.
Love the wheel.
And it is as follows. It is Austin with the number 1, Chip with 2, Ping, Dre, Denny, Bo, Greg, Josh, Deke, Chad, Keedy, and Tiff.
Nice.
Yep.
Now, in our league this year, co-commissioners Josh and Chip have decided to do some rivalry games. The first rivalry game is worth 2 wins and 2 losses, and the second is worth a player off the active roster from that game. So the order in which you pick your rivalry games will be reversed. So Tiff will get the first pick in the rivalries, and we'll go from there.
Love it.
So I was curious about for the rivalry thing, like if Tiff picks
Why? Because like
someone,
6 people want to pick you.
yeah. So like, how
Yeah.
does it work? So like, how does it work essentially? Like, if I get picked, is that my
You're off the
rival
board
then?
for that round.
Okay,
Yeah, for that
okay.
round, you're off the
Got
board.
it. Got it. Okay.
You'll get it,
Was
Greg.
curious. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So like, if you get picked, right, then you don't get a first pick. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
Yeah.
You're off
okay.
the board.
Got it. Makes sense.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Sid. Thank you, AJ, Kurt, Chip, John, for all commenting along. We will see you guys next week right back here for the TFTB Fantasy Football Draft.
Shit's about to get wild.
Cool. We are out.